I really love when Invictus pulls the Lord Commander through this portal and he sees that this is Invictus. It's like this prison of black holes that are just kind of constantly ripping it apart. You don't really know what its physical form is. It's constantly changing and evolving, but it's this ethereal energy. As the more power it gets, the more it consumes, it grows, and it's able to kind of win the day, essentially.
Gary's best friend in the whole world is avocado, and we, the writers, the producers, we love avocado. Avocado is great. However, avocado has a past. And this past is very serious. I mean, he was the Lord Commander's number 2. Now, the Lord Commander is the worst. He's absolutely the worst. So how does someone who's got a good heart, who's positively inclined, how does someone like that ever get involved with the Lord Commander, much less become his top general?
The growth of avocado is just amazing. Again, the honesty, that truth of where he's coming from and what he's done, striving for something else in the story, in the history of the Ventrexian.
Here, avocado is like in the middle of this very climactic fight. He makes, as a general, a wrong military decision. And all of a sudden, he's surrounded by the enemy. And just at that moment, they all get vaporized. And he looks up, and there's the Lord Commander.
That's actually an interesting moment for Avocado's character, I believe. A defining moment. Having to bow. Avocado don't bow, but he knows that he's defeated. And he knows that this being is a lot more powerful than he is in that moment. He has to make a choice, life or death. And he chooses life, and not just for himself. Yes, he could stand up to this guy and die all day, but he chooses life for the soldiers, the men and women behind him that have been fighting alongside of him. Yeah, in that moment, he chooses to bow. I think that's a defining moment.
Diving into Quinn and Gary's relationship was such an important part of season 3. And with this episode, you really start to see like the normal things that are popping up are really causing a bigger rift. And it all starts with picking a room, on the ship, this new ship. You're really getting at the core of just a normal dating relationship,
Sometimes you can get into this weird situation where you end up pushing someone away, not because you like them less, but because you like them more and you want to protect them. And so that's what Quinn is doing here. She doesn't want to share a room with Gary, even though she loves Gary. She wants to make sure that Gary doesn't find out that she's dying. And of course, Gary wants to know that information because he just wants to help her and just be the best person he can in her life.
When you find out that the Lord Commander wants Ventrexian, you start to see the beginnings of where he got his power, of where he got his influence. If he had the planet of the fiercest warriors in his back pocket, everybody would take him seriously. When Avocado kills the king and queen, it sealed the deal that the Lord Commander was going to be a big threat in this universe. That moment, Avocado is forever chained to.
There's a moment where after you see him do that, you go back into the ship and Ash says to him, it wasn't your fault. That hose bag mind freaked you. And then Avocado says something that I think is a really important line for his character. He says, yeah, but I pulled the trigger. Avocado takes responsibility for his actions, even if it's something that was very destructive.
There's kind of like Easter eggs planted throughout in season 2. When he gets possessed by Invictus, he straight up says he's not his father. We got really excited because we knew where we wanted to take it. And I think that's the real exciting thing, is that you're seeing like some of the effects of it, but there's more consequences to what he's done.
All of a sudden he hears a baby cry and his heart opens up again. The better part of him comes out, and you realize that even at his worst, there was still good in him, and that good is going to get a chance to come out again. Even at his lowest point, he realizes that you can begin again and you can be compassionate.
Avocado knows how devastating the news would be to Little Cato. And Avocado, he's ashamed of what he's done. Again, everything he's ever believed in. He just betrayed it. As his dad, he doesn't want his son to hurt. As in any dad, most likely doesn't want their son to hurt. But knowing that Little Cato is the son of Ventrexia and the heir to the throne, he'll do whatever he has to do to protect him.